Hello everyone, welcome back to Zexian Gamer Plays Banished. So, you'll notice this is not my town. The town is no longer existing. Basically, I did a few more episodes into the Banished series that you've already started to watch, and take my mic a little away from my face so it's not blowing into it. And I did a few more episodes, and my population started to decline rapidly due to, basically my food started to die off, and a few other things. And I had a disaster that wiped out like 75% of my population, so I'm like, you know what? I am not going to have it be a dead end that far into the thing, or that far into the series, because it's going to be a waste of your time and my own. So, and a lot of the choices I made were very basic because I didn't know the whole, I don't want to say theory behind the game, but how things worked. And some of the choices I made were very stupid looking back at what I was doing after playing for a couple days straight and learning quite a bit as to how things go. So I went and I am going to completely restart. So what I have found works is pausing the game at the very beginning, putting in a few things that probably shouldn't have done the road first. Again, I already make a mistake. First thing, I'm going to expand my stockpile a little bit. I am going to put... Actually, as long as I don't have people in the building pool, they won't worry about that road yet. And I like to pause at the very beginning, plan out at least some of the basic structures that I want to put in, like my field. I'm doing 10 by 10 fields. I made huge fields last game, and I look back and I'm like, why did I do that? Because that is the stupidest thing I probably could have possibly done. Now I can do an 8 by 10 field here, which I suppose I should do. And I think that'll... Will that do for our first year? It may. I also want to plan out where I want to put my woodcutter. I'm always very impartial to putting the woodcutter on this side of the thing. I also want to put my blacksmith on... I think I would put my blacksmith on the back side of the woodcutters. You want to... I found putting the woodcutter and the blacksmith as close to your stockpile as possible helps in terms of making the speed of your woodcutter and your blacksmith better. Even your tailor as well. I'm going to put the tailor again on the back side of this. So we'll do that. We'll put a set of roads running behind, over here, there, and then back here. Eventually I want to get these to be the stone roads, but you need a lot of stone, so that's after we build a quarry and stuff like that. And I'm hoping that people who buy this game maybe see my attempt at the game as a sort of like a guide. So let's do that. I will also put in... Eventually I'll have to expand to another woodcutter, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Now, my next thing that I want to focus on is doing... I'll go back and pause a lot of these, actually. I'm going to pause them now so I don't forget. Because I tend to do that. Actually, I'm not going to pause the woodcutter because I do need that sooner rather than later. I am going to put in a bridge that goes from here over here, because what I plan to do over here is there's a lot of hills in here. I can't do too much development. So what I'm going to do is put what I call a natural area, where it's sort of like a recreational area where I put I'm going to put a hunting cabin. And I want to try to put it so I'm overlapping as much land as possible. So right about there looks good. I'm also going to put a gatherer's hut right next to it. I'm going to... Actually, I want those to be fairly soon in the development. There, so we'll do that. And I kind of wish I could build it here. Okay, or I'm stingy on my organizing, guys. I'm sorry. I also want to try to put a storage barn over here because it tends to be a lot faster than having to walk all the produce made here all the way back to the storage barn over here. Oh, real quick, I want to put these as peppers. I also realized that the variety of food that your citizens eat helps improve your health. I was wondering why my health was so low. It was partially because I think a lot of my citizens were eating the same food all the time, and that's not something you want to have. So we have the hunting cabin, the gatherer's hut, and there's two more things I want to put out here. The herbalist, which will find herbs that your citizens will eat in order, or not eat, but use in order to heal themselves of minor ailments. And a forester's lodge, which will selectively cut and plant trees in this area so we're continuously collecting lumber instead of needing to continuously cut down trees in order to get our lumber stores. So we'll do that. I'll probably just fill this entire area with small fields. I don't know what I'm going to put here. Maybe another storage barn, just so the people working in the field down here don't have to walk so far. I don't know. That one seems a little monotonous, but there's no. I haven't found a real harm in having too many storage barns. I mean, it does help in terms of the travel time. And now to set up the houses, which I want to build. One of the first things I want to build is the houses, but I don't want to build it right away. Okay, I have everything on that side. I think I'm going to try to plan. Actually, I might put my trading thing down here because it's pretty flat, and I won't get too much actual produce out of this area if I made it into fields. I'd rather expand the fields out this way. So in my attempts at playing the game off camera to get a little more knowledgeable in how things work, I ended up running into a few natural disasters, which were, how do I want to say it, were very, they were good learning experiences. So like I already mentioned, I think I mentioned that a tornado ripped through my town in the game I had prior to this one, or prior to the series you guys watched. Prior to this one, I had a tornado rip through the town and kill 75% of my population. So that sort of made it very, very difficult for me to continue the series because it was just me scrambling to rebuild everything that I just lost. And you'll notice I'm doing I'm trying to do, okay, I mustn't have planned that out correctly here, but I am doing 2 rows of pathways, or a wide road between all my houses. What I am doing with this in particular is trying to make it so fire doesn't spread so quickly. I think having the houses a little more spread apart might help not have so much fire problem. Alright, I'm gonna pause that. I'm gonna pause everything that needs building except for that storage thing right now. And that's going to include the gatherer's hut. It's going to include the hunting cabin. There's one more thing I want to put in before I let loose, and I also, there's a couple other things actually I want to put in. There's stockpile for wood and such. I can't pause a stockpile, sadly, but I can pause everything there. That'll happen after. I'm actually going to put a fishing dock right over here if I can manage it. No. Okay, fine. Let's rotate it and try this way. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. Alright, I do want the fishing dock to appear first. Actually, I'm going to pause this. And I'm going to pause 3 of the houses. The ones that need the least clearing, I guess, is what I'm going to focus on. We'll pause that too. And this one. Alright, so what they should focus on is this area right here. So we'll let the citizens go. I'm going to put it on 5 times the building speed. And, oh, I'm also going to put in 3 builders at the moment as well. And 3 farmers. And I think I'm going to put in peppers. I think the peppers grow a little faster. There we go. Alright, so they should start building, or start putting in the farms. And also clearing out some of the houses. And building the roads. I probably should have done the roads after, but I suppose while they're putting resources on these spots. Alright, let's build that 3rd house as well. And we'll put in the fishing dock. Now my goal is to have everything be fairly localized. So around this storage hut, or storage barn, at least for the first year, everything, all our food stores are fairly right close to that, except for our natural area. I also may try to put a natural area out here somewhere, again, because of this hill, I can't do too much development around it. I could do some, but not a lot. And I'm going to try to keep this jobs panel up as well. So we can build that 3rd house, that'll be great. Okay, so the 3rd house is there. Fishing dock will be complete very shortly. As soon as it's close to being done, I'm going to uncheck that house. And might as well do that one too. And, oh, it's 2% away from being complete. Can somebody just go and finish it, please? I'm going to put priority on that for now so we can get that. It has 2% more to go. It's not going to take too much effort for somebody to come over and just finish building it. There we go. Alright, so we'll put 2 people into the fishing pool. We still have 4 laborers, 3 farmers, 3 builders, which is great. I'm also going to... Those houses will be done fairly quickly. I'm going to uncheck the woodcutter. All about planning. It helps when you have everything already zoned out, so your citizens can work quickly and more efficiently. Now I'm hoping these farmers can work on the fields as soon as possible. My firewood's low. Okay, well, they'll be building the woodcutter very shortly, so it'll be okay. Now the houses store stuff in it, so I don't need to worry about, just because, yeah, my firewood's low, they also have chunks of firewood in the houses as well. So I don't need to worry so much about that. I might have to build a 6th house because we have 8 people that are homeless. Each house can only fit 5. So I'm going to have to build 1 extra house, which I wasn't planning on having to do. But I guess I don't have a choice. And I did do 2 halves thick there, so we'll do that. We do have a woodcutter. Let's put 1 woodcutter in. And I'm hoping these houses can be done real quick. It is only early summer, so we're doing good on getting all the houses done. Our woodcutter will make this go away eventually. I shouldn't have anyone die real quick. Now what I also want to do is go and have my laborers remove trees so we can get some stalks of wood up, because I don't have any wood in order to make firewood. Okay, and I had just... Aw, really? Okay, we're working on it. There's some firewood here that's going to be taken over eventually, I'm hoping. Okay, you can stop telling me my stuff is low, because we're working on it. Farms are doing okay. We have 2 fishermen, which will get us some food. The builders are doing that instead of building a house like I want them to. But I guess I don't have any logs to do that, so I can't really do too much with it. Alright, also, now we should have plenty in a minute, so we'll increase the priority on putting that house in. I'm also going to... Nope, wrong button. I meant this. Clear those trees out. Still have firewood. We just have yet to bring it to these houses yet. I know my food's low. It's because they're all being stored in the houses, and I have stuff in the fields that it's getting there. Slow down! It's okay! How much firewood? Okay, they have 32 firewood and some food, so they'll be okay for a little while. Put that there, that there. Might as well start building these pathways between all the houses. And building across there. I also want to try to not put my entire residential area in this one chunk. If a fire whips through, it won't be so devastating to the citizens. My fields aren't developing as quickly as I thought. It's late summer. They'll be harvesting soon, and they're not even at half or at majority yield yet. Not quite what I was hoping for. Alright. Our blacksmith might be one of the other things I want to try to focus on. Let's also try to remove... Okay, let's focus on removing more trees here. We'll move that tree. And a few more trees, and I already have selected. As soon as the fields are harvested, I am going to take my farmers out of the farmer pool, put it into the laborer pool for the winter so we can get more development going. But at least our citizens are stable for now. So our first year has, or almost our first year, has gone over very well. During the winter season, I'm hoping we can put in the bridge as well as get the natural area worked on while the food we are collecting from our fields right now survives us through the winter. So, they're slowly getting there. My only worry is that the farmers are going to stop halfway through harvesting a field to go bring food to their house, and by the time they get back, winter is going to kill all their crops. But it is only early autumn. We have a whole season to go. You want to try to harvest toward the end of autumn, unless you have 2 farmers on each field, which I can't afford that manpower right now, because I do need my laborers to actually help clear stuff out. I'm also going to work on having everything in here be removed. Let's widen my field a little bit here to clear all that out. And that'll include all the stones. We'll have plenty of stone as well. Our firewood seems pretty stable at the moment. We're also working on building... Oh, nope, the bridge is done. Yay. Alright, so I'll let... Are the builders actually... Oh, no, they're clearing the stuff out. Okay. They're building the path, which is fine. I guess the hunting cabin is the next thing I want to put in, but I do want to free up a little more wood for that, because I don't even have enough wood to do the storage cabin. Or the hunting cabin at the moment. The gatherer's hut requires a little bit less wood. Not as much, but I'd rather put the gatherer's hut in first. Do that, I guess. And then... we'll do one at a time, I guess. Has the stuff been cleared? No, it hasn't. Okay. They're still working on clearing everything they need. I may watch this and pause it once they've cleared everything. So at least these resources can be put towards something else for now. Might also want to try to put in the forester's lodge. Everything here needs to be done soon. Our food stock is okay. Let me take the farmers out of that field, put them into the builder's field and the labor pool, so we can have a little bit extra helping hands there. Okay, I'm gonna... You know what? We'll put the gatherer's hut in now. It'll at least help with our food stores. I also want to try to build this storage barn ASAP as well. It just saves a lot of walking time back and forth, and they can gather more food without needing to walk the food all the way back to this main storage shed. And all my citizens are heading out here because I just set priority. Which we've built up a fair store. Our firewood stock is okay, our food stock is okay. We have the fishermen that are putting stuff in. I want to focus on food production as much as possible right now. Our fishing and our crops from the year should help for the moment. Alright, so all the stuff has been put there. Now it's our builder's job. We'll uncheck that. The herbalist I'm going to wait on. Our health is still okay. It's not the best, but it's still okay for the moment. And our storage barn is nearly at the point where it's just builders. As soon as the gatherers are put in, I'm going to put in 2 gatherers so they can start gathering berries, roots, and stuff like that. And hopefully by that time the storage barn is nearly there. I'm going to try to keep that professions panel up as much as I can. Can this builder come and help? Come help out, builders. There's 5 of you. Where are you all? Oh, there we go. Okay, now we have 2 people building it, which is faster. Da, 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 da. Alright, we're doing pretty well. I have to pay attention on putting my farmers back in their places, though. I'm just waiting. Late winter. It's 33 degrees. I will lose my laborers in a minute, though. I'm putting all 3 of them back in. Even though it's only late winter. But it doesn't harm my builders at all. So... Alright, because they'll need to be on top of doing the farms again as soon as possible. I'm going to put in 1 gatherer for now, because that's all I can really afford at the moment. Alright, now it's up to this. Now we're back to the builders for this. And we still have 350 food, which is perfect at the moment. Oh, I can also take out a builder or 2 as well to put in labor pool. Let me put the focus on this here. I don't know where all my builders went. I'm not sure where my builders ended up going. I don't have anything else working on being built. So. Alright. Oh, cool. We gained a couple more laborers. Which is great. Putting in that 6th house probably gave us a spot to start expanding our population as well. So, perfect. Quite there yet. I don't know how it's all... Okay. Apparently we had some clearing done for that. Let's also uncheck the herbalist, and we'll uncheck the forester's lodge as well. I want to put at least 1 hunter in that field, at least to bring in a little bit of food in that front. Let's see. So yeah, first couple of years, focus on getting food production and start getting your population expanding. You don't need to do a ton. I forgot a path here. I forgot a path. Alright. Hoping. I don't know where. Oh, I bet you all of our builders are probably out helping clear land as well, but might as well prioritize them and getting over here so we can get this going. Reserve of logs is low because we're trying to restock our wood. I'm getting there. Calm down. We have 191 wood, and that's great. Another reason why we want to try to get these houses beefed up to stone houses is that they don't require as much fuel to heat them. So, I think once we get these 2 locations done and we start assigning some of our people to this area to increase our food production, we will, I'll end the episode there, and then I'll continue. Okay, also our blacksmith is going to be needed real soon. We only have 10 tools left. So I'm hoping we can get that built ASAP. I'm going to pause the herbalist. I don't need the herbalist right away. The forester's lodge would probably be something I want to look into as soon as possible as well. Even though I've found with the mines, the stone cutters, and the foresters, you need to have a lot of manpower in them. It develops the resources very slowly, unless you have a lot of people working on it. But 1 forester holds 4 people. I think 1 mine holds like 12, and a stone cutter can hold 16. So you need a lot of manpower in order to make that work. Like I said, I've done a lot of teasing around with reserves and stuff. Okay, stop. There is stone down here that you have to remove in order to build these things. Actually, we might as well harvest this stone, because this stone and iron is taking a lot of space for our trees, because we are going to have to put all the trees in here as well, remember. So the less amount of rocks we have in the area, the more space can be put in with trees for our forester. So it probably is a good idea to remove those. Ooh, our food's running low again, but our fields are at much higher. Wow, our fields at really high capacity for only early summer. Yeah, so again, proof in point. This time last year, the fields were only at like 60% yield. Now we're at 85. So the years in terms of weather are also very randomized. Some years tend to have really good crop years. I keep pressing the wrong button. I see the tree and I'm just like, yay, tree. Yeah, might as well work on cutting those down too, I suppose. Alright. We'll put 2 people into foresters. And I want to not plant trees right now. Now our forester should be good on getting I need stone. Actually, you know what? We'll let it go, because I think we're okay. We need wood more than anything right now. Our firewood is okay. Our houses are doing great. And I think all our houses are currently full. So we do want to, or they're close to being full, we do want to look at putting in more houses, which I'm going to try to plan out a few more now. I think I may put in, do I want to put in 1 stone house? It's 40 stone for 1 house. We have a lot of stone around though. I mean, look at all of this. So we'll put in 1 stone house, I suppose, as opposed to a wood house. What's the difference? It's a little bit more wood, it's a lot more stone, and it's a little bit of iron. Oh, I want my blacksmith. We're running really low on tools. There we go. Now it's up to my builders. And I can afford putting a blacksmith in that field already, so we're only down at 3 tools. By the time the builders get over here and build it, I might be out of tools. At least I'm hoping not. Oh, come on. Come on, builders, where are you? Oh, builders, get over here. Get over here, builders. I need you. How did I miss this little pathway? Anyway. Okay, there we go. We have a builder that's finally working. 2 builders that are finally working. Or 1. Okay, 2. Great. We're still at 3 tools. We're still above 0, which is better than nothing. We're slowly increasing our stores of supplies again. I like keeping our woodcutter there so our citizens at least don't freeze. Our citizens can live without having tools. It just makes them very inefficient, but they can still live. Oh, come on! 99% complete. Just somebody go and hammer in the last nail. And thank you. Put 1 there. Now we're gonna start making some iron tools. And what we can do... What else can we do here? Our food is at 1600, which is fine. I think I'm gonna wait a year or 2 in order to put more houses in, so our population doesn't grow too much that we won't be able to support it with the amount of food we're producing. I think I'm gonna put in... I want to put in the trader as soon as I possibly can. Mainly because we need to increase our food variety, or else our health is going to tank really quickly. Now, the hospital is only needed if there's an outbreak of disease. I haven't gone through an outbreak of disease yet in any of my game attempts. If I can talk today. I don't know why that's a random red spot there that we can't fix. I don't know. So we might put... I want to put something on the right side of this trading post, but I'm going to pause it, so that's just the plan for now. I also am going to need... I'm going to need them to actually... Our stone is increasing, probably because they're clearing out all the stone down here. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Let me also... Oh no, that's not stone. Ha, it's iron. So might as well clear out some of this iron, too. But this is going to make it so... Did I disable? Okay, I disabled planting. I'm just having them cut for now. To thin out the trees, and then I'll have them plant. They should just have a lumber mill somewhere. I guess that's something maybe they should add. And it's quicker, but it's more exhausting on the land than a forester is. A forester is a bit more eco-friendly, and if you have small manpower, the lumber mill is better to do, but the forestry helps keep trees or keep an area sustainable, while the lumber mill might take a lot of logs quick, but it exhausts the land very quickly. So instead of having long routes all the way out to the far reaches of the map in order to get logs, if you're continuously using a lumber mill, the foresters are a little better at maintaining what's there. How is my firewood running low? Apparently my woodcutter is not keeping up with the amount needed. Alright, let me put them into there. I mean, I am going to have to put them back again shortly, but at least it gives us a little more manpower to get the trees done. Now, I'm not focusing on putting a school in just yet, because it does take some of our kids that are growing up and could go right into the labor pool, into the student pool, while in the long run it does help on profitability. At the moment, it's not worth our time to have some students at the moment. We want to make sure we can get a stable working force first, and then be able to support the students. Alright, our health is tanking, so let's kick in the herbalist. At least we're not running low on food. That's my main concern. But the food kills a lot quicker than the cold does. Oh, we should probably actually kick in our tailor too, because we're actually collecting leather now too. At least I think we're collecting leather. Are we? Yes, we are. We have 10 leather. So, okay, it's late winter. I'll have to put my farmers back in at the moment. Real quick. Real soon, anyway. Okay. Farmers, go to work! I don't like having so much clear... I mean, I do like having this much clear space, but not quite... Okay, that's a lot of iron. I'm not focusing too much on that. I suppose we can get rid of those. That won't take too long for my laborers to take care of. Trying to clear out as much stone as I can too, because I want to make stone houses. Actually, wood should be on the forefront of my list as well. Alright, well, I guess this has been a long enough episode. I don't know how long I've been recording for. But this has just been planning out of the new and improved method of building in Banished. Hopefully this one won't die so quickly. From what I'm seeing, we're seeming pretty stable now, so we should be okay. Anyway, so join me next time. This has been Sexy and Gamer with a reboot of Banished. Talk to you later, guys.